Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Hari. Now I'm gonna present my enlargement board. For the introduction, this site is located at Kampung Tok Muda, Kapar, Selangor, and is also a fishing village. This community population are fishermen, and the capture of marine resource is their source of income. For this side issue that I have found is lack of visual quality at Pengkalan Nelayan Tok Muda. Second one is water pollution from the waste of industry, and the third one lack of green buffer. For the solution of this issue, I come up with the enhancing the Pengkalan Nelayan Tok Muda. The second one is water infrastructure, and the third one preserve and plant more mangrove trees. Design diagram. First is conceptual diagram. This is my drawing idea for the first located the each of zone. Next is functional diagram. This is where the each of zone are specific of the function. And the third one is schematic diagram. This is more detail of the function diagram and all the area of the map. This is my enlargement map. The number one is the Pengkalan Nelayan Tok Muda, and for the number two is industry factory area, and the number three is the gas company area. For the top one at the enlargement map is the buff. I propose a buffer area. It is to protect the flood, and the second one is the mangrove and wildlife protection zone. This is where we protect the mangrove and wildlife. The third one is the firefly sanctuary. This is where the area we replant the berambang tree for the habitat of firefly. And the next one is decking and mangrove boardwalk. This is a tourist area for the view of the firefly. And next is the buffer area also. And last one is the mangrove and wildlife protection zone. For the conceptual development, the conceptual development that I propose is the ecological restoration. It is to restore the ecology system in the mangrove area and improve the quality of wildlife habitat. For the aim, it's to enhance the composite for the ecology at Pengkalan Nelayan Tok Muda while improving the mangrove area and the quality of wildlife habitat. The objective first is to protect existing ecology by preserving and conserving the local ecosystem. The second one is to improve the existing environmental quality and native planting. Design strategy and design guideline. The first one is SDG 3, good health and well-being. The green belt propose the natural buffer, and then for the mangrove conservation, to protect and preserve the mangrove. Next is to protect the wildlife species. The next guideline is from the Garis Panduan Landscape Negara, river corridor development. Increase the amount of green space in developing zone while decrease the percentage of impermeable surface. Next is from the Garis Panduan Pembangunan Umum Plan Malaysia, mangrove area. Origin crop should be maintained in region with the natural forest and mangrove wetland. If no plant is required, the same type of crop must be planted. For the ecosystem service, the benefit people derive from mangrove is first is climate regulation, and the second one is water filtration, and the third one is coastal protection, The fourth one is tourist area, and lastly is for the fish habitat. Next is planting strategy. For ecological preservation is to replanting mangrove species along the area. Next is the planting selection to increase the density of species in the ecosystem. Next is water purification. The aquatic plant can improve the water quality. And next is the mangrove restoration is to nursery habitat for aquatic and wildlife. There are four species of mangrove. First one is Soniratia cassiolaris. The second one is Nipa fruticans. The third one is the Archenia marina. For the fourth one, Aegiceras corniculatum. Next, next is section elevation A prime. At the left side is the Tok Muda Fishermen Village. This is where the fishermen all living. And the next is Tok Muda Fishing Port. This is where the fishermen activities start. And at the middle is the river. At the day, it will be the fishermen activity, catching fish. And when at night, it will become the firefly centering. Firefly centering. Next is the decking view. This is where the tourists see the firefly at night. And the at right side is the mangrove walkboard. This is walkboard go to the mangrove area. Next is supporting perspective view. At the left side is the during the day, Pengkalan Nelayan Tok Muda become a place for fishermen activity to catch the marine life. And the right side perspective is at night, Pengkalan Nelayan Tok Muda is a tourist attraction because tourists want to enjoy the view of firefly at night. For the conclusion, Pengkalan Nelayan Tok Muda was a place that have a issue and problem. We have suggest a proposed solution that we can help this area become a better and become a interesting place to visit. Thank you.